Hey guys, welcome back to ETV, and today we will be doing a e-cook video. Turn up, turn up, turn up. So these are all the ingredients I will be using today. Today I will be making some lemon pepper wings, some barbecue wings with some fries. This is all the ingredients you will need. I got these Tyson chicken wings from Walmart. It was about 14 wings, full wings, for about $10, and then I was being cheap, y'all. I'm on a budget. I got some just great value regular cut fries for about $2. So if you're on a budget, this is a meal for you. So first I'm going to take this pan and I'm going to take some Crisco oil and rub that oil onto the pan. And this is going to prevent the fries from sticking to the pan. So nothing special, just using this as a non-stick oil. Now I'm going to be taking my non-stick fries and just placing those on the pan flat, making sure none of the fries are on top of each other so they all cook evenly. Don't forget to set your oven to 350 and let that preheat while you are seasoning your fries. So making fries is probably about the easiest thing to do. You just take some salt and sprinkle that on there. And then we're going to take this Tony's Creole seasoning and sprinkle that on there. Then we are going to pop this bad boy in the oven. Oh, never mind. It must need some more seasoning. Alright, and now we're going to pop it in the oven. Okay, so now let's get into these wings. So first and foremost, make sure you wash your chicken. That's the first thing you do, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and start seasoning. I'm going to take my black pepper and sprinkle that all over the chicken. Now I don't really use measurements. That's just how I cook. I just pretty much eyeball it. And I did realize that I needed to cover the eye on my stove because I was going to get seasoning in it. I normally don't season on my stove, but I was doing so for video purposes. So now I'm going in with the salt. Make sure you don't put too much salt. I did realize the bottom of my salt was getting hot, and so was the rest of my seasoning items, so I was moving those off of the stove. It was getting hot because my oven was on. So now I am seasoning. Make sure you are cautious with the amount of salt that you put on your chicken. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my Creole Tony's Saturin seasoning, and I'm going to put a pretty generous amount of this on there. You want to pretty much cover your chicken with this Tony's seasoning. So now I'm going to season my first row of wings with my lemon pepper seasoning, because these are the wings that I'm going to make lemon pepper. Lemon pepper was sort of stuck in there, so I had to kind of hit the bottle to get the lemon pepper seasoning loose. Next, I'm going to season the second row with this barbecue seasoning that I also got from Walmart. Pretty much all these ingredients are from Walmart for the most part, and I will be attaching all of the seasonings and ingredients that I used in this video down below. So now I'm going to flip the wings over and do the exact same thing to the other side of the wings. So this is what the wings look like after being seasoned. Don't mind me, you will see me pick up my camera a few times because my camera stand is not tall enough for my encounters. So I did have to pick it up a few times, but now let's move on to the next step. You want to put your grease on. I'm using this deep pan. This is my favorite pan, you guys. I can literally cook anything in this pan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Crisco oil, or you can use any sort of oil that you want, any sort of vegetable oil, and we're going to start heating that up and pour enough that you are able to put your chicken in and it covers the entire chicken. Now I'm going to take 2 medium-sized bowls to make my batter for my wings. I'm going to first pour in flour. Alright, and this is about how much you want to put in the bowls. Then we're going to take our onion powder, and you want to put a generous amount of onion powder in the flour. Next I'm going to go in with my garlic powder, and you want to also put a generous amount of garlic powder as well, almost equal parts as the onion powder. Then I'm going to take my Tony's, and I'm not going to put as much as the garlic powder, onion powder, but you still want to put a pretty good amount of that for your flavor, seasoning in your batter. You want to get your lemon pepper seasoning and put that in the batter that you will be battering your lemon pepper wings with, and you want to put a really good amount of that into that bowl. Like I said, I don't tend to do measurements when I cook. I just pretty much eyeball, but that kind of comes with experience when you cook for a bit, so if you need to measure, please do so. And then now I'm going to take my barbecue seasoning, and I'm going to put a generous amount of that into the bowl that I'm going to be battering my barbecue wings with. Lastly, I'm going to add a small amount of black pepper into my batter, and then I'm going to mix all those ingredients together. Right, and this is what it should look like when it's done. And now to batter the chicken, I'm going to put the chicken inside of the batter. Make sure you know which batter is which so that you're not mixing them up. You want to cover your entire chicken, and you want to go ahead and drop that into the grease. And you want to do this for each wing. Alright, so now that the wings are in the grease, you want to have your tongs and make sure that you are flipping your wings consistently so that each side is getting cooked evenly. And I didn't have enough grease, or I didn't put enough grease to cover the entire chicken, so if you do put enough grease to cover the entire chicken, you don't have to do any flipping or anything. And then we're just going to let these cook until they turn our desired golden color. Alright, and this is the golden color that we want it to be. So beautiful, and they look so delicious. I had to refrain from eating these right out of the grease. And I didn't have enough room for all of them, so now I'm just cooking the last barbecue wing, and then I went ahead and battered all of my lemon pepper wings, and they're ready to be put in the grease once that one barbecue wing is done. Now I also have my fries going. Do not forget that your fries are in there because they will burn or they will get hard as a rock. Okay, we're just going to repeat the same process for the lemon pepper wings, and we're just going to drop those bad boys in there and let them cook. So next I'm going to make 2 sauces for the wings. First I'm going to make the barbecue sauce. I'm going to take my Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Now let me tell you something. This is the best barbecue sauce you will ever taste. And this is the original one. And then I'm going to take my barbecue seasoning and put a little bit of that in the barbecue sauce. And we're going to mix that up real good. And that's going to complete our first sauce. Alright, for our lemon pepper sauce, you want to take some butter. I took about 3 tablespoons of butter. And I'm going to add some black pepper. I would say about a teaspoon. And then I'm going to add a generous amount of lemon pepper seasoning. I'm going to mix that up. I did add some more because that wasn't enough. And I think I added some more later as well. Because you want that to be real lemon peppery, if that's a word. So now that all of our wings are done, they look so beautiful. We're going to take our applicator brush and apply our sauces. I'm going to start with the lemon pepper sauce and apply that all over the chicken. Next, I'm going to apply the barbecue sauce, and I wish I would have made the consistency of this sauce a little bit thinner because it was pretty thick, but it's barbecue sauce, so that's typical. But you want to do the same with this sauce as you did with the lemon pepper sauce and just apply it all over the wing. Alright, so this is the finished product. They smell so good, you guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let my boyfriend taste test these for you all. Okay guys, so we have our taste tester. So babe, how does it taste?
Hi.
How does it taste?
It's good.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay. It's not convincing. Stop playing. What they taste like?
These might give Wingstop proper their money.
For real?
For real.
We gonna open up a business?
I'm scared. There's a lot of wings to do too.
I was about to tell you to tell them thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.